Hello friends and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This is a continuing video in the Windows tips and tricks, and here we'll be learning how we can master Clipboard good enough to be considered a clipboard boss. Okay. So throughout the day, you'll be working on your desktop or laptop. One of the most common tasks that we do again and again is to copy and paste. We copy something, we copy a text, we copy a file, and then we paste it somewhere. It repeats. So as you know, Clipboard is some kind of folder or container in the memory that is for temporary storage, for something that you want to reuse, like text. The default behavior of Clipboard is to keep only the latest copied object or text. So I'll show you what I mean. You have I've opened an Excel here. And if you look at column A, I'm saying at this time, imagine a typical working day, could be at the office, could be at home, and you'll be doing certain things on your computer, on your desktop, laptop. And among these activities is a frequent use of copy and paste, Control C, Control V. For some, it would be Control Insert, Shift Insert. So let's say at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm saying I will copy this, some domain name in my office, in your workplace, your user ID, and then paste it. So I copy, Control C, I go here, and then I paste it maybe here or maybe to another file, to another application. And then maybe at 9 o'clock, I copy this number, alphanumeric value, G55, etc., and then paste it somewhere. Now, what do you notice here? So you will notice that the default behavior of Clipboard is to keep only the latest copied object or text. So if you can see, when I copied here, it pasted whatever I copied last. Since I copied at 9 o'clock, I copied this G55 number. So that's what it pasted. It did not paste the one I copied last at 8 o'clock, some domain, my user ID, which makes sense. But, sometimes we actually will need something that we have copied minutes ago or hours ago, even days ago. So there's a way to get around this, and that's what we'll be learning in this video. Okay, so we want to reuse something, sometimes some text, something that we have copied minutes ago, days ago. Okay, in this current setting, we have no choice but to copy it again and again if I need. So meaning, if without learning what you will be learning today, if you will need this number again at 1 o'clock p.m., G55, I have no choice, because when I do a paste, now it's gone, it's in Excel. Let's say, if I follow the sequence, at 12 o'clock, I copied this text, this set of numbers, and then I pasted it here somewhere. And then at 1 o'clock, I needed this G55 again for whatever reason. It's a frequently used number. But unfortunately, if I do a paste, what's kept in the clipboard is the last copied object, which is this 968574, isn't it? So it becomes a bit of inconvenience that you will have to copy this, especially if it is something that you are copying again and again throughout the day. And mind you, this is something common at the workplace. There will be numbers, letters, set of characters that you will be copying again and again throughout the day. Okay, so how do we get around this? Okay, now to get around this, we will do some kind of simple setting. What you do in your Windows search field, you type clipboard. Okay, even before typing the whole thing, you will see clipboard settings. So what you do is you click on clipboard settings. It will open this. And then what you do under clipboard history, there's a slider here, you toggle it to the on position. And then you can now close this window. Okay, that's what you need to do first. So now you will, when you try, what it did actually, if you get another look at that, let's just have another look, Clipboard settings. If you read that setting, what it says is save multiple items to the clipboard to use later. And then here, press the Windows logo key plus V to view your clipboard. So it is saying this kind of setting allows the clipboard to keep more than just the latest copied item, but multiple items that you have copied, multiple. And not only that, the way to invoke or to call the clipboard is to do a key combination key, while pressing the Windows key on the keyboard, press V. So it's a combination of Windows V. How will you not forget this? Remember, when you do a paste in Windows, you press Control V, V as in victory. So when you want to call the clipboard, you do a Windows V. Okay. So now let's try invoking or calling the clipboard history. Windows, I will be pressing the Windows key, and while it's pressed, I will press on V. And the clipboard is telling me your clipboard is empty. Okay, so what happens is whatever I have copied prior to doing this setting will be cleared out, will be cleared off. Okay, so it is saying it's reset, your clipboard is empty. Now let's start doing a copy paste. Okay, let's just say at 8 o'clock, I copied this, some domain / my user ID. I copied, I pasted it somewhere. And then at 9 o'clock, I copied this, and then I pasted it. And then at 10 o'clock, I copied the quick brown fox and pasted it somewhere. Okay. And then at 11, I copied this and then pasted it somewhere. And at 12 o'clock, I copied this number and then pasted it. And then here comes the need to reuse a value that I have copied several hours ago, the G55129713. Okay, so not in the normal way, in the default behavior of clipboard, what you would do is no choice but to copy this and then paste it here or somewhere. But since we already set the clipboard history on so that it can capture multiple clipboard items, then we can summon that, we can call on that by pressing on combination of Windows key plus V. So now it shows you the multiple clipboard items which are kept in the clipboard memory. Okay, the most recent is at the top and the oldest one is at the bottom. So now I need to use the G55 thing. You scroll down and then you just click on that. What happens is when you click on this, it does in a single action the copy and paste. So long as the best is you should position your mouse or your cursor at the position where you want it to be. So because this, when you click it, will do a copy and paste in one action. Okay, see what it does? So it did a copy and paste in one action. That's the beauty of this thing we're learning here, the clipboard history, clipboard settings. Okay, so over a period of time, if you wanted to call the clipboard history, you press a combination of Windows V. Okay, so you have a list of clipboard items, things that you have, text that you have copied, including the blank. Again, the topmost is the most recent, and it goes back. If you want to go to the oldest, then it's at the bottom. Now, over a period of time, you will accumulate a long list of clipboard items, and it will present a bit of a challenge, an inconvenience for you when you're looking for that frequently used item. In my case, I wanted to zoom in on this some domain / my user ID because I'll be doing, in this demo I'm doing is the G55, which is frequently used. Okay, so I was looking for that. But imagine after many hours of working, you have accumulated a lot of clipboard items. I don't know how many, 20, 30. and you will have to scroll, and it will take a while. It'll take a bit of effort to look for that G55 that you wanted to reuse. So what you do, there are a couple of options that you can do to clean this up to make it easier for your work. One is from time to time, you can delete the ones you don't need anymore. Example, I don't need this. You can click on the three dots here and then delete. Message 4, I wanted to delete that. Click on the three dots, delete. Clipboard Boss, I wanted to delete. Click on the three dots, delete. And then you get to this. Now it shortened the list to a more manageable, shorter list, isn't it? So now it is easier for you. The next time I call the clipboard history, I will press on Windows V, then it's just a list of 2 items there. But again, of course, by nature, over a period of across many hours of working, again, this will accumulate. But take note that the most recent is at the top and the oldest are at the bottom. Okay, so the first one way we've learned how to clean up the clipboard history is by deleting. The other way is actually it's a better way, is to pin. If we have identified, let's say if this G55 is something we will really use many times, a couple of times, multiple times throughout the day, you can pin it. So the same thing, you can click on the three dots and then you click on pin. So you don't see the effect of this, but this will really be very good actually, because even if you reboot your desktop, laptop, Windows device, this clipboard item which you have pinned will still stay there unless you unpin it. Okay. And so not only reboot, even if you shut down the Windows device, desktop, laptop, computer, the next time you boot up or start up your Windows device or desktop, laptop, on another day, another month, another year, the clipboard item which you have pinned will still be there. That's the beauty of this pin. Another way is, a third way of cleaning up is, let's just say you have really accumulated again a lot of clipboard items, and even though you have pinned a couple of favorites in there, you still wanted to clean up just to have better visibility of your clipboard items, so the ones you really favor to reuse. Then you can do a clear all. So again, you click on the three dots and just click on clear all. So what happens is it will clear everything except those that you have pinned. So in this case, I pinned this already. How do I know? Because if you click on the three dots, the other option there is not pin, but to unpin. That's because it's already pinned. So that's the beauty of this pin. So with this capability, you are able to manage your clipboard better, like a manager, like a boss of your clipboard. Okay, you can really you're in control of things. Okay. So just remember that clipboard items will accumulate during the day. So you have these three options. One is to delete those that you don't need anymore in the clipboard history. Second is to, again, Windows B, delete. You can clear all, and when you clear all, it retains those that you have pinned. So in this case, the G55 is still there. And this pinned clipboard item will stay there even if you reboot your desktop, laptop, even if you shut down and start up your desktop, laptop. Okay. So before I end this video, you've learned something new in this, I hope. Something that will make you be more productive at work. Copy pasting, because by default, again, the default behavior of clipboard is only to retain the last copied item or object, text. But with this setting in place, which we have done by going to clipboard settings, this simple setting of just sliding clipboard history to on position, then it gives you a big help, a big push in your daily work. Just a bit of caveat on this is this. This is all fine if you are exclusively using this Windows device. But if you are using a Windows device which is being shared with other people, just be careful because, example, you have pinned sensitive information such as credit card number, then it's a bad idea because anybody who is also using that Windows device and who is aware of the Windows V functionality to call on the clipboard history will be able to see your sensitive information in it. So just take note of that. If it is a shared device you're using, better be careful what you pin. Make sure it's not sensitive. But on a normal, if you're using something, a desktop laptop, which is exclusively yours, either personally at home or in the office, then feel free to leverage on this very useful feature of Windows. Okay, that's it. I hope you shared, you learned something new from this video. And if you haven't subscribed it, I suggest you click subscribe right now. And I will be seeing you in the next